r/AskReddit by Redmond Dtes. What did you dislike to eat as a child, but now do you adore? Most foods as prepared by my parents. I refused to eat lasagna as a kid because it looked gross. Then at a school camp there was nothing else on offer, so I tried it and realized it's delicious, and I was a effing moron. Thank you, sir. I thought I was the only freak disgusted by the look of lasagna as a kid. I pretty much went through the same process. I was sleeping over a friend's house and his mom made lasagna for dinner. Would be kinda awkward to say I'm grossed out just looking at your mom's food. Had to chomp it up. Boy does that stuff smack though. Olives. Bring out the olives. I didn't start liking them until I was 40. Now I love them. Onions. Hell yeah. I hated onions, and then one day a switch just flipped and they were the best. Taste buds are weird. It is not uncommon for our sense of taste to change, or diminish, with time. This is due to many factors. As we age, the number of taste buds that we have decreases. Maybe the flavor was just too intense while we were younger? Dunno. Cheese. Hated it. Now I love it. Turns out I just hate Kraft singles and fake cheese. Apparently I'm a bougie cheese person. I inadvertently made my son a bougie cheese person by giving him small pieces of finely aged cheese from a fancy cheese shop in California, where we lived when he was a baby. We also started him out eating very healthy. No processed foods, no artificial ingredients, etc. That bit me when we had to move away and took a 5-day road trip and he refused fast food. He threw cheeseburgers on the floor. He gagged at a cheese quesadilla. I had to find whatever grocery stores a place had on the trip and get fresh produce and the like. But to this day, my son jumps at the chance for fine aged cheese and is very reluctant to eat sliced singles. Beans. I only ate 2 beans through my whole life by the age of 10-11. Now I love them in burritos and stuff. Didn't anyone tell you that beans are good for your heart? Yes, and the more you eat the more you have flatulence. Broccoli. My parents told me they were mini trees when I was a kid and that's how they got me to like them, lol. My oldest told her friend they were baby trees when the girls were about 4. Friend stopped eating broccoli. Friend's mom was so mad. Same. I used to pretend I was Godzilla eating trees. Asparagus. Hated it as a kid because we could only get that mushy crap in a can. Then as an adult bought fresh asparagus at a farmer's market and fell in love. We have it at least once a week now. I think this is true of almost any fresh versus canned vegetable, even worse are frozen. Effing hated Brussels sprouts as a kid. Love them now. Spicy food. Now I love it. At some point when I was a teenager, I suddenly liked spicy food. Same here, I don't know why my taste buds changed, but they did. Honestly, a lot of things. It's a sad moment in life when you become an adult, learn to cook for yourself, get kinda good at it, then realize the reason you hated so many foods as a kid was because your parents were terrible cooks. Cabbage. It's actually very tasty. Especially when not boiled to within an inch of its life, the way my mum cooked it. Nobody said celery because if you hate it, you hate it for life. F celery. Finally, I'm not insane. It's just plain terrible, no matter how and with what you eat it. Asparagus. My dad used to insist on canned vegetables for some ungodly reason and canned asparagus is rancid. However, as an adult, I was introduced to fresh asparagus and I absolutely love it. Fresh asparagus is delicious. Canned asparagus is an abomination. Green olives. Green olives can get effed. Black olives for the win. I don't adore it, but as a kid I hated mustard. I just hated the way it tasted. I wouldn't mind putting it on my hot dogs now, and Dijon mustard is really good. Brussels sprouts. Cartoons lied to us. They're fantastic. Roast those suckers with some olive oil and adobo. Emmental cheese. I used to love it as a kid, then hated it from around 8 to 20. From 20 on it became one of my favorite cheese. Basically everything I didn't. Lettuce, kale, broccoli and some fruits. A while ago I started eating these things thinking, I don't like it, but I'll eat because it's good for my body. Months later I kinda got used to it and became a habit. Everything. I was a difficult kid to feed. I ate only plain boiled rice for years. Now I am exactly the opposite. Soup. All we ever had as kids was chicken noodle, so I thought all soup tasted like that and avoided soup. Still can't stand chicken noodle soup, but a good beef vegetable or even spicy soups. Soup, soup, soup. I mean, everything. I would mostly just eat chicken nuggets, cereal, toast, Pop-Tarts on repeat. I hated new foods and most veggies. I was dumb. Around 16 I started trying new foods, met a cool adult at school that would cook all kinds of weird but tasty meals. Ever since I'll try almost anything, and there isn't much I don't enjoy. Sour cream. I was scarred as a kid when I stuck my finger in some thinking it was whipped cream. It was not. Never liked it after that. But as a teen at a friend's house for dinner I was given a baked potato as part of the meal. It was already dressed with everything on it. Truth be told, we had the munchies. And I was also very polite. The combination of these things meant I tried it and it was awesome. I started trying it on tacos after that. Ice cream. What? Yeah, I don't know why I didn't like it when I was younger, to be honest. Did you used to scream when you see ice cream? Nah lol, I used to just say yuck, I don't want it cause of the texture. Absolutely nothing. We were too poor to care about what we were eating if it was edible. It was going down the hatch. But even so, my mom never really had to put much effort into teaching us not to be picky. We never got spoiled with all the junk and sugary stuff. My favorite cereal was and still is Shreddies. We learned respect and manners very early, that's why I hate the phrase kids will be kids. Like no, kids will be whatever they're allowed to get away with. That's all folks. Thank you for watching. Have a nice evening. Kitos.